Hi guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new, thank you so much for choosing to watch me today. I'm DINEO. Smash the subscribe button and join the family if you haven't already. Wow, today I was thinking to myself about all the reasons, or like a couple of reasons that I've heard about why being a Christian is so boring, and it's like, no thanks, and of course today I'm not going to mention all of them, but we're just going to highlight a few. For reference sake, let's say what a Christian is. A Christian isn't, in this regard, is not only a person who has just received Christ as their Lord and Savior, said that one little prayer and then life goes on. It's not a person who was baptized when they were 3 years old and they believe that they're saved. All that. It's not a person who was born a Christian or was raised by Christians and that's their validation to why they say they're Christians. Not that. A Christian, for this video, refers to a person who is like Christ, who's trying to live like Christ, who has received Christ as their Lord and Savior and is actually living it. That doesn't mean they don't make mistakes, but they run back to the Father after they do. But yeah, it's a person who's living like Christ, who when people look at, they see, set apart, different. Anyway, so the first reason why being a Christian is boring is you look basic. Like, you can't be hot, you can't be sexy, you can't dress the way you like and all that stuff. And that's sort of true, but when you become a Christian, you stay beautiful, of course. You dress beautiful, you take care of yourself, you try to look your best, but you understand that people should be more into what's inside you than what is, immediately seen. It's not about the vanity of it all. It's not about how many likes you can get, although likes are really nice to get if you're trying to impact people. But yeah, it's not always about how big your butt is or how much you can reveal without revealing too much and stuff like that. So it becomes an issue of, or a matter of, do I want to walk around with my assets out? Do I want people to see that, or do I want people to see Christ in me? Do I want people to only think of me and think of, oh my gosh, her curves, or oh my gosh, his abs, or oh my gosh, something of that sort? Or do I want them to think, this person is so full of grace, look at her, like she's glowing from the inside, radiating something different? So it's a matter of choice. When you become a Christian, your priorities sort of change. You can dress the way you want, you can do anything you want, but it's what you choose. It's not a cult where you're forced to do certain things or you're forced not to do certain things. So yeah, but people tend to choose to be modest looking and stuff like that. They do twerk in their houses in front of their husbands. They do, lots of things, just not on Instagram or whatever, But yeah, it's a choice. It's not a matter of you have to be all wearing this bottleneck even though it's not even cold outside now. And second one is the music sucks. Well, okay, some music does suck. Some Christian or gospel music really, I don't know. Sometimes they just write and then that's it. Just because it says God, we feel like it's okay, but generally speaking, if you were brought up having your ears and your eyes molested since you were a kid, listening to the thong song, watching women, being, portrayed as just sex objects and stuff like that, and twerking and everything, and that's what you regarded as like good or like fun or like, interesting when growing up. Or other side, if you were told that gospel is a certain way, you only hallelujah, then yeah, I understand both ways. Then Christian music or gospel tends to become kind of boring. So yeah, but it's not boring. It's just that you're not looking for the right music, or you're exposed to like things that aren't your taste. But I think I'm gonna make a video on like 5 songs that I want you guys to check out. It's gonna be the next video after this one. But yeah, anyway, there is some great Christian music out there. If you want rock, there's rock. If you want like hip hop, there's hip hop. If you want R&B type feels, lo-fi, whatever, any vibe you want, you can find it if you really want to find it. It's just that you have to want to find it. You know, it's not a matter of it's on MTV, on Trace, on Channel O, on whatever, just like that, just like everything else that the world has just made so easily available that we've been drowned by, or, you know, made used to. So it's not boring, your ears are just used to something else. Or your heart is hard. It's either of the two. You can't drink, do drugs and party. Again, you can do anything you want to do, but when you become Christian, you kind of sort of don't want to do that. You don't want to be in a situation where you can act a fool, where you're puking unnecessarily, or where you do things that you didn't want to do. It's just the alcohol made you do it. You don't necessarily want to do drugs and get high and chase people thinking they're other people. And there's certain places that you really want to avoid because of safety, because you love your body, because, you know, there's certain things that come into play when you become a Christian. That is not only like, you know, for Christians, it's just for people in general. There's certain places that you don't want to go. So it's a matter of, you can if you want to, but you grow into sort of not wanting to. You grow into sort of, I want to be sober minded so I can clearly see what's happening in my life. I can invest in myself. I can take care of this body because that's where I reside and all that stuff. So there's that. It's not a matter of you can't go out and do, you know, take a pill and a visa to show Avicii you're cool and stuff like that. No, you can, but you kind of sort of don't want to. You want better things, a better life. Yeah. And the last one is the big one. You can't have sex. You can. You know, when God created Adam and Eve, sex was also created, you know. You can have sex as a Christian, but you have it when you're married, you know, to become one. Now, the thing is, the world has gotten to a point where we want to become one with many people until we feel like this one is the right one. I don't know, there's so much baggage that you carry with going from place to place. So I think it's quite a good thing to actually have a foundation that is built on something more than sex. You know, sometimes you're just too busy in a relationship having sex that you don't even get to realize, this guy, he's not long-term material. First of all, he can't do this, he can't do that, he doesn't know how to think or speak or whatever. How's he gonna lead me and stuff like that? Because you're busy orgasming because the sex is so good. But you can wait and you can get to know a person on a deeper level, have a foundation of friendship, communication, and understanding of each other before you embark on that, or like get married and then have all the sex you want. Have it wherever you want, in the kitchen and whatever, lawfully, without thinking, oh my gosh, if I get pregnant, what am I gonna do? Or getting like 12 abortions and stuff like that. It's all traumatizing. There's so much that comes with this unlawful or like out of wedlock sex that it's like, woo, it's such a risk. But even Christians take that risk sometimes. Mistakes, you know, fall into sin, but we run back, you know. But yeah, Christianity, or being a Christian, isn't boring. It's very fun. It's very filled with, whoo, it's like an action movie. Just think of Jesus's life, Paul's life, all these people's lives, all the power, all the glory, all the things that they did, all the running, all the whatever, you know. It's fun. It just has really bad PR, and I understand. Anyway, be kind, be amazing, be the best version of yourselves. Jesus really does love you. I'll see you on my next video. Ciao.